let's
start heading that way.
yeah, Milo. So, talk to us a little bit about Barcelona, Trace. What was our plans ahead of the trip?
So Paul and I have both been to Barcelona more than one occasion, not together but separately. We were quite keen to go during this holiday because my mum has been, but only briefly, and it was on a bus tour. So she was desperate to go and see the Sagrada Familia.
Bus tours.
So we're not a fan. So she's only seen it sort of passing by on a bus, and so she was desperate to just go and stand and really look at it. So that was kind of the main reason. I think if it had just been us two, we probably wouldn't have bothered going.
No, maybe gone somewhere deeper into Catalonia or something like that.
Yeah. But so that was our main aim for the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, Milo also wanted to go to a toy shop, which is standard behaviour for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
So I think we had a couple of plans going into the day. Originally, we planned to actually drive to the La Rambla area, park up there, have a spot of lunch, and then go to Sagrada Familia after. However, when I checked Google Maps in the morning, that proved to be difficult, as there'd be a lot of traffic and it would be very difficult to get parked. So we flipped things around, decided we'd go to Sagrada Familia first and then take the metro down, have a spot of lunch at La Rambla, and then see where the day took us.
Yeah.
Once we got parked, we headed straight to the Sagrada Familia, and it's a beautiful view walking along this street. You get such a good perspective of the building as you approach it. We decided to get a fresh fruit cup for Milo, which was amazing, and also this blueberry drink, which tasted really nice. The market was super busy and it was getting to lunchtime, so we decided to stop and find somewhere to eat, which was on the outskirts of the market. We then decided to walk off our lunch by having a little walk up to the big square which is right up at the top end of La Rambla, away from the beach.
Where did we go in Barcelona?
Market anyway.
We're gonna go down.
What?
We're gonna go down.
We have gone underground, haven't we? What are we going to get on?
Go down the cave.
Yeah. Is it going to be good?
Yes.
I think so too. Is it coming? It's coming, Milo. So wow, Barcelona was an interesting kind of day. I'm not sure some of the frustrations that we had will come across in what you've seen in the video.
No, probably not. We're really glad that we went, aren't we?
Yeah, it was great for your mum and your dad to see Sagrada Familia and go to the market, the Boqueria.
Yeah, he absolutely loved it. Again, that was somewhere we didn't even get to go near last time they went. So for them, I think it achieved everything we wanted to, didn't it? I think for me, and I think you as well, it was so different to last time I went, which was quite a few years ago now. But when I went last time, you could walk along La Rambla, you could take your time, you could ramble, you could take your time. I walked around the market, I looked around Sagrada Familia. This time it was just tenfold the number of tourists that were there. It was just crazy, wasn't it?
We didn't like that element at all. I've got a little story that I think probably sums it all up, where we took a lift down at the metro station in Sagrada Familia because we were pushing Milo on his little trike, which you'll have seen in other videos, and right across the lift it was written "off tourists." Your mum seemed quite upset that somebody had written that. However, I honestly think for the sake of Barcelona and for tourists themselves, I think it's good advice. It was so busy. You couldn't move on the Rambla. It wasn't pleasant at all. And I remember when I went there, it was probably 12 years ago now, it wasn't full of tacky tourist shops. There were some there, but not to the degree now. If you've seen our Lorette video, we talk about some of the really crazy stuff that they were selling there, like just seaside rubbish. And that was the same in Barcelona. It really didn't feel like a beautiful cultural city anymore. It just felt like a tourist trap, just full of people, full of sheeple from cruise ships and things and bus tours. It just wasn't much fun.
No, I mean we get the irony of the fact that we were there as tourists.
Oh,
and
we're completely
this.
aware of that, but I think we'll pledge that we're not going to do that again. Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
It can't be nice for locals, can it?
It can't be good for local people, and I honestly don't think it's not a good experience for either the tourists, because you just crammed in, and I guess maybe people who like cruise ships will, don't mind being herded around and rammed in and stuff. But if you've any kind of wanderlust and want to explore things, it's not really good. And I would dread to think how local people think about it. Well, the graffiti in the lift probably said everything. So
yeah, and it's a shame because it's an amazing city.
It is.
It really
is.
And when we both visited previously, separately, I fell in love with it, and that's why I've been a few times. And it happens, doesn't it?
It does.
But it is a shame because it is an amazing place.
Yes. Ban cruise ships and tour buses. Hey ho.